So Tommy, also I think a good opportunity there to build on the victory on Saturday, and I think a well-deserved point there tonight.
Yeah, I think the draw was a fair result. I don't think either team did enough to win it, even though they had good chances, we had good chances. But I think a draw. I was speaking to Ronnie in there. A draw was a fair result, and we've got to take momentum for that. You know, they're 10th. You know, they're doing okay. They've got one of the best defensive records in the league, so to put two past them, you know, we've got to take positives from that. And again, as I've said since I've been here, I think performance has been okay. It's just results, but there's two games undefeated, so we've got to take the positives and move on.
Yeah. Also, it seemed a bit quite open defensively for first half, but you made a couple of changes at half time. I think
I wasn't happy with the first half. We and you know what? I got to take responsibility as well, because I like to play a certain way, but since I've had the job, we've trained 3 times. So when I'm talking to the boys tactically and how we want to play, I'm telling them, I'm not showing them. So I'm asking them to do something that for some of them is quite alien. You know, some of the boys who've been with me at Owsley is different, but the other players is a bit alien. They don't know the rotations that we try and work on and whatnot. So it's tough on that side of things. You know, that's pre-season where you kind of do that. But obviously, I want to look at these boys in our shape and how I want to play next season and see if they can do it. But first half I wasn't happy with. We were poor on the ball, we were sloppy on the ball, and if I'm honest, I think we went 1-0 up against the runner play. Then we got a little bit better, and then just sloppy goals, you know, 2 sloppy goals, and then second half I made 2 changes.
For yourself,
yeah.
You mentioned on Saturday you might be coming on. So
You know, again, it's not. I spoke to Mo. He did nothing wrong. It's just I just felt we needed to get on the ball. I just felt we needed to get on the ball and move them out of shit, because they're in a mid block. So we just worked on some rotations, and so I went to centre mid, and we put a red up top to give us something to hold off and to kind of get their players around the rails so we can get Ali in behind. And I think it worked. I think second half we were better. We had a better identity, and I've crossed and we scored. So we'll take that.
We'll take the point.
Yeah.
Obviously, busy Easter ahead, so we've got 2 games over the Easter break. So obviously, Tame here on Good Friday. I think Beaconsfield on, as I say, on Monday. So. Yeah,
Tame's going to be tough. I watched them, funny enough, against Welwyn Garden City the week I got the job. So that's going to be. They're going to be a tough outfit. They're very, 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 very good side. They're sitting 6th at the minute, so it's going to be tough. And then Beaconsfield's
the land of the Giants.
Yeah, big team, big team. But it's a funny time of year, isn't it? Because certain teams haven't got anything to play for, and you don't know what kind of mentality they want to show up with. But Tame are going to be right at Friday. You know, they need to win to stay in the playoffs. So they're going to be right on it. So we need to be on it as well. You know, we need to be on it from the get go. Then it's a quick turnaround to Monday. You know, unfortunately, the squad isn't the biggest, so it's boys are going to have to look after themselves and do a good recovery.
Maybe 1 or 2 under 18 lads might come in.
Yeah, it doesn't help because they've got so many games themselves. You know, so it's just trying to manage the load at the minute and look around and see what bodies we've got. And we should have Taj coming back in for Friday. So yeah, Freddie obviously picked up a knock tonight, which isn't good.
Yeah.
So he's probably 50-50 for Friday. T will come back in, and there'll be 1 or 2 changes probably. Obviously, I'll have to bear in mind.
So Danny, I think, potentially coming back.
Yeah. To be fair, Ollie's done all right. Yeah. Ollie's done all right. So that's a choice I need to make now. Do I go with Danny or go with Ollie? So that's something I'm gonna have to think about over the next 48 hours before we go into. 72 hours before we go into Friday. So look, it's a quick turnaround, and then there'll be another quick turnaround on Monday. But we'll give it our best shot. What I'm really happy with tonight was a lot of teams when you're down there. When you go down, or when when there's 2-1, whatever, you kind of fall off. And we showed character, and we've done that since I've been here. We showed character to come back and get 2-2, and we kept going and going and going to get the third. And I've got to give credit to my boys. Yeah, to show that character. That's I always say my team should resemble your manager, and I think character and work rate is the number 1 thing you should have, in my opinion.